Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
As expected, the Coronation and Second Great Northern Tourney were a formidable success. Severnsport and the surrounding lands were prospering like never before, even during the middle of winter. The frozen north had never seen anything of its kind and stature, and no surprise to anyone who had attended, the king's close friend and Lord of the White Star, Sir Steffon Rosehart, once again won the tourney. This was now the fourth tourney he'd been the champion of in the north, winning all he had entered. He was the most formidable tourney knight Aengar had ever met. Unlike some tourney knights, however, Steffon was also as deadly on the battlefield. Not all was celebration, however. As the gods crowned a king, they took a prince. Aengar's younger brother and closest friend, Owen Sevenstar, had been claimed by the stranger. Still young and in the prime of his life, the gods were cruel to take him away, but who was Aengar to question them? They'd also claimed Lord Rhaegar Rack's lady wife Daisy. She was the third wife Rhaegar had outlived, yet he had only gained one living child from all three marriages combined, the king's young ward Estion Rack. Aengar had a proposition to raise to Rhaegar, one that would further secure peace and prosperity for the future of Andalia, and give Rhaegar another chance of producing more children, yet mayhaps he should have let the old knight grieve for now before bringing it forward to him. The occasion had brought people from far and wide. People had travelled to attend from north, east, south and west. Many a lord had made the short journey north over the bight from the Vale of Arryn, some of which, such as Lord Arthur Hunter and Sir Davos Redguard, had sworn Aengar their swords and service, asking to remain in Severnsport to escape the chaos of the insane Arryn King, to which Aengar was more than willing to accept. They could come in use if ever he had southern ambitions. The Falcon King's own people had now risen against him to bring him down and remove him from power. Included in this was the Lord of the Three Sisters, who had declared themselves independent. The islands laid in the bight just south of Andalia. This was great news to Aengar. He had had ambitions of claiming these land in Andalia's name, to gain full control over the bight and all trade coming in and out. As an independent land and not under the Vale's protection, they would be ripe for the taking. He would keep that idea to himself for now, however. First, there were closer, more important lands to be obtained. The coin brought in from the celebrations had filled many a pocket in Andalia, all of which would be put to great use to further help improve the kingdom, as well as pay for further conquest in the north. Aengar meant to leave his kingdom in as much of a strong and secure position as possible for his heir Ambrose and his two other sons his wife had now gifted him with. Andalia's next conquest would be the land surrounding what the Northmen called Moat Cailin. It was a dismal place, half a ruin laying deep within the swamps of the Neck, a castle as old of time. It was hardly a place fit for a lord, and Aengar doubted he would have a long line of people offering to defend the castle in his name. Yet it was the Moat's position that was so desirable. It commanded the causeway, the only safe route for armies to travel through the swamps of the Neck to the north. It was the natural choke point that had protected the north for thousands of years from countless armies of would-be conquerors, all of which had had their armies smashed beneath its walls. If Aengar could add it to the kingdom of Andalia, it would greatly tighten his grip over the north. It would also give Severnsport full control over all trade and armies coming into the north by land and sea on the eastern coast. The one big problem Aengar's men faced though was the Crannog men. Some Northmen had other names for them, such as frog eaters, mudmen or bog devils. These were the folk who lived deep within the swamps, knowing all its secrets, resorting to guerrilla tactics to defend their lands, using poison weapons before disappearing back into their dangerous swamps. It was almost certain death to pursue. Aengar's mounted knights and heavy armoured infantry would be of no advantage to him here. He would have to try a different tactic if he wanted to take the Moat and conquer the Neck, without huge casualties. Lucky for him, the knight Sir Davos Redguard, who had sworn him his sword, was married to a young lady of House Reed, the High Lords of the Neck, who had cast aside her family. Her knowledge of the area would be critical. Hello everyone, Grand Maester Stitch here, and welcome back to the Citadel for the Knights of the North, where we return to the kingdom of Andalia, the Andal Kingdom of the North, as King Engar Hotspur of Andalia. In the last episode, we obviously had the great coronation for King Engar, as well as the second great Northern tourney, which Lord Stefan Roseheart won yet again, making him the winner of 4 tourneys now, as we found out in the introduction for those of you who watch. And we are trying to get our claim on Moat Cailin so that we can hold the key to the north in and out and conquer the neck. And we have great plans for that, to try and expand there and cut off the north from the south completely. We do have a couple of things that we need to sort out first, but first we'll have a little look around the 7 kingdoms, as some of you were asking for an overview of the world and what sort of state it is in. So obviously in the north we still have King Theon, the Hungry Wolf, in charge, and he is currently at war with an Andal invasion. I think the second or third one that's happened since we landed. They've all failed so far. Hopefully this one will fail as well, as we don't want anyone getting in on the land that we want to claim. Beyond the wall is beyond the wall, as it always is. The other lands look like they've got the most lands, but no doubt the Lord will die and it all collapses in on itself as it always does. So not very often that stuff happens up there. The Vale is still ruled by the Mad King Osric, who obviously now has a regent, as he's been declared incapable because he's a complete nutcase. But the sisters, as we found out in the introduction, are fighting for independence. So we're hoping that they can win that war, because we have ambitions of obviously claiming the sisters for ourselves, so we can have those islands and they can be part of Andalia, that we can then police and control all traffic and trade coming into the Bight and Sevensport, for law wise obviously. So it'd be good to do that. Obviously most of the Riverlands also belong to the Mountain in Vale now, which is worrying. Duskindale have expanded and took some of the Rosby lands by the looks of it. We've still got the Duskin King in charge there. We still have the Claw Isle, which are all still independent. Cracklaw Point, all the Crabmen. We've got Valyria, who own these 2 islands now. Archon Baylor of Dragonstone of House Nestorian, so that's worrying. Hopefully they won't look westward. The Stormlands have now conquered all of the Stormlands. The Tarth Kingdom and the Estermont Kingdom have fell to Storm King Durin the 21st, the Just. I believe that's the 21st anyway. The Red March, House Ironwood, have expanded greatly in Dawn, taking up most of the kingdoms. Surely they will unite all of Dawn now with a kingdom that big, but we'll see. The Reach is the Reach as always, but they do now touch up to the Blackwater, and they are starting to eat into the Riverlands, so it'll be interesting to see where that goes. It always seems to turn into a big blob of green down here in most playthroughs. The Rock is pretty much the Rock. We have 2 Riverland kingdoms still independent. Well, I say kingdoms. We've got the Pink Maiden, Acorn's Ridge, which is, you could say, a petty kingdom, but then Riverrun's more of just a province on its own. And then the Iron Islands are the Iron Islands, ruled by King Harrog the Just of House Hor. So that's what's going on there. Obviously, everything's pretty much just Valyria over here, as you'd expect. But let's get back to Andalia and try and sort out... We've still got diarrhea, which is not great. 3rd episode running. But yeah, let's try and sort out some guardians and stuff like that for our heirs, as well as the other young people around court. As obviously, Engar's now 48. My character's never seemed to live that old, so he's probably got 10-15 years at most, so it's about time. We've got to really focus now on the next generation, getting them ready to leave this realm in a good position with decent lords and decent commanders ready, so that they can finish Engar's work to conquer all of the north. So obviously we've got our daughter Princess Rosalind, who we married to Lord Albert Morgoth of Warrior's Watch in the last episode, and they had a daughter who is ugly and no traits at all, so it'll be interesting to see what goes on there. Lord Albert is our rival for no reason at all. I don't really understand what happened there, but hopefully we can improve that relationship at some point. Then we've obviously got Princess Jane of Andalia, who has decent traits, not too bad. And then we have our son, Prince Ambrose of Andalia, who's coming along fairly nicely now. He's got 4 marshals, still only 5, so, and he is obviously the squire and the ward of Lord Rogar of the Warrior's Watch, now the 2nd most powerful man in the Kingdom of Andalia, now that he is the High Lord of the Warrior's Way, which contains Hornwood, Warrior's Watch, Maiden's Gate, and Black Sheep Hills. Then we have Prince Lionel of Andalia, who's free, and wow, okay, he has improved. He's now got the quick trait, so that's awesome wherever he's picked that up from, and that has boosted his stats incredibly, so that's awesome. We'll probably leave him with Arlen Pickwood, who's the court tutor, because he obviously seems to be doing something right, but now we should probably choose a focus, but I'm not really sure which one to go. Let's go with a diplomacy one, because you've got some intrigue in diplomacy. So yeah, we'll go with that. And then obviously we have our youngest son, who is still not 1 year old, who we had in the last episode, who has also got the quick trait. He was born with it, so maybe a child of destiny. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with him just yet, as he's still equal in all stats. So we'll see how he develops a little bit more before we decide what sort of focus we want to give him. Down in Oldcastle, we still obviously have Lord Kristen, whose son, Timon Bloom, is our squire, who's got very good intrigue. He shouldn't be our squire, but he wanted to send him to us, so we'll leave it as it is with his wishes. Then we have Sir Colmore Bloom, who was our squire at one point, and he's not married yet, so let's get a marriage for him, because we want to make sure that he does marry. Here, this lady here, Grizzle, she will do. We want to make sure that Sir Colmore's house carries on. We want House Bloom to carry on. His daughter is married, but obviously that won't carry on that name. Over in Whitford, we have Lord Wilbert, the Great Tawny Knight, the Bane of Hornwood, apparently. I don't know why he's gained that nickname, but he has his 2 sons. One has a decent stewardship. Wow, let's see if we can get you a better guardian with decent stewardship. Have we got someone in our court? Davos Redguard, he'll be perfect. So we'll send that for you. And then your other son, Edin Josso, who he's pretty good all round. He is Lord Wilbert, the Bane of Hornwood's guardian. I think we could get you a better guardian than your father, more suited to your stats. We'll go with, yes, we'll go with Ismaya. No, it won't let us. Okay, you obviously want to keep him for yourself, so we'll leave that. That reminds me, by seeing Davos Redguard, I did sort out the problem that we had with him in the last episode. Where are you, Davos? Where are you? Where are you? Here he is. And he is now married to Mira Reed, as he should have been in the first place when the game wouldn't allow it, but that is now sorted. And obviously she is going to be very, very important in our conquest of the Neck, as she knows those lands and has denounced her family of House Reed, so hopefully she'll be very important. Right, White Star, Lord Stefan. I just want to sort these guardianships out before we move on. Make sure all the children are developing, and then we can forward along. Obviously, we've got Sir Medgar Roseheart, who was our squire, who we knighted, who's doing okay. No children yet, but he is married. Then we've got John Roseheart, whose guardian is Pera Hornsbear. Looking at his stats, that's a great guardian. You couldn't really get anyone better. And then, wow, you with your strong and 5 martial. Let's see if we can get you a better guardian, someone with very good martial. Here we go. We'll send you to Harold. Did it go? It clicked off. We'll send you to Harold Woodaxe, the Paramount Knight. There we go. He should improve your martial massively. Over in Maidensgate, obviously our nephew Lord Danes and his son Harstin 7-star, who's with Pera Hornsbear. Yeah, we'll leave that there. She's obviously a great choice as anyone's guardian. And then we have Lord Harold of the Black Sheep Hills, our bastard brother, who's only had 1 son, and his wife's quite old now, so I doubt he'll have another one. But Colmore Blackstar is now 11. His guardian is Lord Kristen, so we'll leave that as it is. That seems fair enough. And then Hornwood, we obviously have Lord Rogar Rack, whose wife unfortunately died in the last episode. He's only got 1 son. That is his 3rd marriage. But as I said in the intro, we have a great proposition for him. His son, Estion Rack, who's coming along nicely for a 5-year-old. He is obviously our ward. But now Lord Rogar is the 2nd most powerful man in Andalia. So, even though we're great friends, we want to make sure that friendship carries on through the generations. So I have tried to arrange a marriage between him and our niece, Gretchel 7-star. So hopefully that will further keep the peace, as well as get more 7-star influence everywhere in Andalia. So, right. Let's finally click play and let things unravel a little bit. Pera insisted that you would feel much better if your humors were restored to their proper balance, and that bloodletting was the best way to go about it. I'm not sure that did anything. We obviously still want to hold a great summer fair once summer comes. We are spending most of our money at the moment. Peace with you. I accept the suggestion that Gretchel and Lord Rogar get married. So he is now going to marry our niece, Gretchel 7-star.
Gretchel stood in a room to the courthouse of Hornwood, waiting to marry Lord Rogar Rack. She had always been an ambitious woman and had yearned to marry a great lord. This ambition had only increased when her brother was given lordship of Maidensgate, and again when Princess Rosalind married Lord Morgarth. Oh, how she chafed at the tournament, watching how everyone fawned over the new lords. She had to find a way to marry a great lord. When word came that Daisy Rack had died of a mysterious illness thought to be the Great Pox, the kingdom was shaken. Gretchen learned from her handmaidens that Lord Rack had 2 wives before Lady Daisy, and both died without ever bearing children. Estion Rack was the king's ward and Roger's only child and heir, but he would definitely want more children as he was getting on in age. Gretchen spoke with the king and let him know of her fondness for Lord Roger. After negotiating with her mother, the king arranged the marriage she wanted. Now standing here in Castle Hornwood, she was ready to become the wife of a great lord. As Roger wrapped the cloak of House Rack around her, she could not help but smile brightly, as all of her ambitions could now be fulfilled. She would make sure Roger and no other lord would become High Lord of the Warrior's Way, and set her only below the Queen of Andalia itself.
Okay, so they are now married, and hopefully that will give him more heirs with the 7-star blood. They'll get the bloodline, hopefully, which is awesome. Tyler Hammersmith accepted King Theon the Hungry Wolf's peace offer. So, the 3rd Andal invasion, is it, since we've attacked, has failed once more, which is good news for us, obviously, because we don't want anyone trying to carve up our land. The north is going to be ours, eventually. Peace be with you. I gladly accept the guardianship contract between Davos and Menfred. Perfect. Obviously, the Grand Series started on Friday, so I hope that you enjoyed the first episode of that. It was more of a setup episode. We had to get a lot of stuff set in motion, but that should get better and better with each episode as we introduce more characters and expand our land, so I hope you're going to enjoy that, as well as the teaser for the Ironborn series that is making its way to the channel very soon, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so Vayan of Blackpool Peasant Revolt has declared Peasant Revolt for Blackpool and King Theon the Hungry Wolf. There's constantly revolts. It'd be perfect if we could get that bloody claim on Moat Cailin. We could attack while he's busy and try and claim it. Septon Perwin has been a leal and able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in aid of Andalia. It would be seen as the right and honourable course to reward him with certain incomes and grants, so as to foster greater loyalty. Agreed, 25 gold. Yep, fair enough. Let's see how the sisters are getting on in their war. They're currently... Wow, they're actually winning by 42%, so that's great news. Hopefully they'll win, and then we can claim the sisters. I really want to get the sisters. Maybe build a bit of a navy up by having the sisters, which would be awesome. We obviously want to expand southwards, westward, northward, taking all these Stark lands when we finally get a chance. It's taking so long to get that blasted claim. I have noticed my Master-at-Arms, Stefan Rosar, is a hard worker and that everyone seems to like him. I'm deciding between having him heighten the morale of the warriors or try to recruit more men. Send him to recruit more men. We're not at war at the minute, so it'd be nice to get a bit more, get some more men. We're obviously upgrading most of the provinces around here. It's why our money is so low. Face my wife, Marira, is again. My God, Engor, you have got like super seed. You're just popping out the children episode after episode. The king of quick fucks you are now. Chris and the other guys will be very happy about that. You are rivaling Chris. That will be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th child just with this wife. 8th child overall. Obviously we lost 2 to stillborn, but wow, if we could have 7 living children, that would be very fitting with the faith. But also we gain 5 prestige from that. I wonder if it will be another son or another daughter. Could never have enough sons. Then again, it could cause problems later on. My wife seems to be going through a particularly harsh pregnancy. Perhaps it would be best for her to retire for a few months from public life and think of her health during this delicate period of her life. She is getting quite old now. I will tell my wife to take leave for the pregnancy. Yes, we'll do that. Get ourselves another child. Thankfully, she has taken my advice, so that's perfect. I don't care what's happening down in Storm's End. Too far away for us to be even interested in what's going on down there. Okay, so the Trident has just expanded its lands even more somewhere. I don't know what lands they've took now, but constantly expanding down there, which is very worrying. I just hope they don't start heading north. Okay, so Lord Harold of Blackstar Hills decided to exile Yusen. Who's Yusen? Okay, so he sent him to the Night's Watch, whoever he is. A daughter was born to Rob Westerlin and Mira Woodhollow from Delessa. Okay, Delessa Westerlin. Awesome. Oh, she was stillborn. Not awesome. Never mind. Hopefully they'll still get to carry on his family name up north. We will grant him lands when we get them. Someone did recommend that we give him Bear Island, or his family Bear Island, which is a cool idea. I think that would be a great idea if we ever get that far over the north. My wartime is modest and humble, never showing off or bragging. Quietly encourage him. He gains the trait humble. Thank the mother for Timon's virtues. 80% chance of nothing. Yes, we'll encourage that and get him the humble trait. That's perfect. During the last few days, my wife, Queen Marira, has been clutching at her stomach and made frequent visits to the privy. I have now been informed that she is suffering from dinner. Oh, great. So she's probably going to die. That is what our brother Owen died of in the last episode. So let's call for the physician at once. She's pregnant, of course. We don't want to lose our unborn child. After being skillfully treated by court physician Pera, my wife Mira is feeling much better. Perhaps she is deserving of some praise. I should compensate Pera for a job well done. Yes, we will, of course. Pera Hornsby has been a great servant to us. Our money improves very quickly, which is good. We just need a... Okay, invite us to a plot. Blessing upon you and your house. We would like you to back our plot to kill Lafine. Who's Lafine? I don't even know who she... No, a handmaiden. Under my guidance, my young ward Ession is slowly mastering the art of swordmanship. He has become a poor fighter. Perfect. At the age of 6 as well, which is great. So, hopefully, if he's improving that quick already, he should become pretty good. Oh, I thought she was getting better. Your wife, Queen Mira, has died, and now it falls to you to decide whether to make the funeral a big special event or just keep it a small, private one. My wife deserves to be honoured with a funeral. Just the 7-star family would have been invited, all of court. Gain prestige, lose gold. My vassals, court and family. All the lords and lady. No, we'll keep it to the 7-star family for now. But... that is a great shame. The invitations have been sent to the lords and ladies of the realm to come to the funeral. It's time to prepare the feast and the funeral itself. Blessed upon you in house, we would like you to back our plot to see Amira Reed dead. No. We need her. We don't know of any plots or any threats. We've not really got anything to worry about. I don't want to spend too much on food. I just want to get the funeral out of the way. Your Grace, heathens attacked me when I tried to spread the word of the gods in. The gods in. I bravely escaped with my life. I am now severely wounded. How dare they? Well, that's not good. Okay, so where are you currently spreading the faith? In Warrior's Watch. King Theon the Hungry Wolf has inherited castle of Gatehouse Tower from Commander Garst of Gatehouse Tower. Okay. Died under suspicious circumstances. We obviously need to remarry at some point. We may as well. We can try and pop out a few more children. All of the guests have arrived at Sevensport, and it is now time to start the feasting to celebrate the life of Mira. Oh, it sucks that it was when she was pregnant as well. Your Grace, since I arrived in Sevensport, there has never been a shortage of soldiers. Let us hope so. Right. I'm just waiting for this bloody claim so that we can expand our lands further. The funeral. As the Silent Sisters finish the preparations of the deceased, the body of Mira is brought to the local sept and laid atop the altar at its centre. Canopic jars of Orient design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the Seven for the dead. As the day winds down and the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by kin along the crowd-lined streets to its final resting place. As the sun fades away, a great feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount stories of the life and deeds of the lost. And so it is done. Gain 40 piety. Kyle of Redfort. Peasant revolt has declared peasant revolt for Redfort. Okay, so that's good, because that will probably help the sisters win their freedom. So that's great news for us. We're still ill, so we need to seek a treatment for our illness. Try and get rid of diarrhea that we've had for years. To elevate your pain, Pera lit 3 candles and had you join hands with her. After a moment of silence, she had you repeat some words after her in a language you did not understand. That's worried. I'm glad I hired Pera. It worked, though. Our health has improved. How is the sisters doing? Are they still winning? 44% in favour of them. With that revolt, hopefully that's going to help them. Let's see if we can find ourselves a new wife. Do we go with one with good traits, or do we go with one that could probably form us some sort of alliance? We'll probably go for one with good traits. Let's have a look. Let's find a character. Let's have a look. Gender, woman, search all. My religion, of course, because we're very zealous. Married, no. Let's go for one with the best traits. Wow, 19. She's only 21 and she's got incredible diplomacy. Marshall. Pera, but obviously we can't marry Pera because she is a scepter. Stewardship. She's too old. Learning. Yeah, there's not really anyone, is there? Let's go for her then. She's a Valeman with incredible diplomacy and some decent traits, so we will arrange a marriage between her and King Engar, and they're not going to accept that. Maybe we won't remarry. We've got plenty of children, haven't we? We'll leave it for now. We need our money to start improving so that we can expand. I just want that bloody claim. It's taking so long to get that claim. I've heard a lot about Lord Harold's military exploits in recent weeks. If even half of them are true, there is no doubt a man of such bravery and brilliance is deserving of anyone's respect. I am impressed. Our opinion changes of Harold at once more. Conditions are worsening in Sevensport. Okay, so winter's getting worse, not better. I thought winter would be coming to an end by now. Well, that's not good. King Engar Seventh, I hereby invite you to participate in the tourney of White Star. Well, I think we're a bit old for that now. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, we'll gain some prestige. Let's go for it. Let's try and have one more attempt at winning one. We did get to a final once. Septon Perwin is no longer Septon to King Engar. Is he dead? Yes. Died of severe stress. Right, so who is our new... Who's our new Septon now? Sept of Snow. There is nobody in charge. Okay, so you're in charge of it. Not too bad, I suppose. After arriving in White Star, the first day of the tourney began in earnest. You tilted against many lesser knights throughout the day, most of whom you enhorse easily. Now in the coming days, the final rounds of lists begin, and the opponents shall surely be more fierce. I shall ready my horse. So we'll see who we're going to get drawn against. We are drawn against Medgar Rotar. Hopefully he's not as formidable as his father. The Tourney Herald announces the competitors of the next joust. It's our former squire as well. You have been drawn against Sir Medgar Rotar. You mount your charger, take lance from the squire, and ride to the end of the list as Sir Medgar does likewise. Then on cue, the horses break into a gallop. Steady. As you close in on your opponent, you see an opening. You deftly guide your lance into strike whilst evading their charge. Hit. You expertly struck Sir Medgar with your lance right in the middle of his breastplate, causing your lance to shatter into 1,000 pieces, sent him flying from the saddle. The crowd gives a great cheer at your victory and is relieved to see Medgar is unharmed. A fine hit, I must say. Well, at least we won. You have been declared the winner, defeating Sir Medgar Rotar in a fine joust. Gain 5 prestige. The Tourney Herald announces the competitors of the next joust. You have been drawn against Arthur Hunter. Awesome. You mount your charge, take a lance from your squire, and ride to the end of the list, as Arthur does likewise. Then on cue and horse break into a gallop. Steady. Your opponent got the better of you when you met in the centre of the list. Your lance merely makes a glancing blow on their armour, while their lance hits true. Oh dear. Arthur Hunter lance strikes you square in the midst of your breastplate, exploding into pieces as it hits. The force knocks the wind out of you and sends you flying from your horse. You are left lying in the dirt, defeated as the crowd cheers. Osmond Silvereye has had a child named Angai, so that's awesome that he's carrying on his name. Not got any traits yet. Arthur Hunter has been declared the winner, defeating you and eliminating you from the tourney. That's a shame. We are such a terrible tourney night. Harold Woodaxe and Sir Osmond were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Osmond was eventually unhorsed, leaving Harold to be declared the winner. The old man, Harold Woodaxe, he fought well. We have an open council position that I'll sort in a moment. Lord Harold and Arthur Hunter were the next to joust in the list. After many tilts and broken lances, Arthur was eventually unhorsed, leaving Harold Blackstar as the winner, our bastard brother. He fought well. I wonder who the fine was going to be. After many tilts over several days, only 2 knights remained undefeated. Lord Harold and Harold. So we've got Harold Blackstar versus Harold Woodaxe. In the final, after many tilts and finally executed jousting, Harold was unhorsed, leaving Lord Harold to be declared the winner of the tournament. Which Lord Harold? He truly deserves it. I'm guessing Harold Woodaxe. I don't know. It didn't actually say. Right, we need a new priest, so we'll just go for you. It wasn't until several weeks after the banquet I heard about it and wondered why I was not invited. Aren't Lord Roger and I friends? Maybe he forgot. Not anymore. We need to talk to him. Maybe he forgot. We don't want to cause any problems. Right, we've got an idle council member. Right, let's get you to change the people of Warriors Watch to a new faith. Hurry up and get this claim, sister. You're taking forever to get this claim. Lord Stephen's tourney is finally over and it's now time to ride home, having competed gamely in the list. No! At the age of 46, your bastard brother, Lord Harold of Black Sheep Hills, was murdered on the orders of Clement. Who's Clement? Damn it. That is not good. I want to know who this Clement is, and we will take bloody vengeance against him. So obviously Lord Colmar, the 12-year-old, is now the new Lord of the Black Sheep Hills. Let's just hope that he can carry on the family name and get plenty of children. But I want to find out who Colmar is. Clement, sorry. Who are you? Can we imprison you? Try to imprison Clement. We have a 60% chance of success based on our relative state intrigue. If we fail, he might declare war on us or flee to another court. Since Clement has acted dishonourably towards you, no one will care. Imprison. Yes, we've managed to imprison him. Clement is now safely locked away in my dungeon, awaiting his fate. Under my guidance, my young Lord Timon is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. A trained fighter, Timon Bloom. Awesome. Even though he's got terrible martial, but at least he's now a decent fighter. I can't believe our bastard brother has died. Right. Let's go to our prison cells. Prisoners. Clement. He has cancer, so he's going to die anyway. He's dishonourable. What can we do? We could banish you to the Night's Watch, but I don't like the idea of that. I want to make you suffer. We can't torture you, so we'll just execute the imprisoned. Yes. Your Grace, Clement has been brought from his cell for execution. How shall he be dispatched? Beheaded, hanged. He will be hung, drawn, and quartered. At the age of 45, your subject Clement was hanged, drawn, and quartered on the orders of King Engar of Andalia. My prisoner Clement, let him rot. We've already sorted that out. Come on, hurry up, Jonquil, and get this bloody claim. I want to invade. The Sister League Independence War has ended. King Osric of the Mountain Vale lost. Yes! The sisters are independent. Oh, yes, the sisters are independent. That is perfect. Can we actually declare... No, we can't. We don't have a course to declare war on him. We just need to get this bloody claim. Okay, so there's a massive war going on in the north again, which would be the perfect time to strike if we could get that bloody claim. My heart missed a beat when I saw Timon emerge from the dungeons covered in grime and with a bloody knife in his hands. It's time to teach Timon the right way. Gains the trait kind, gains the trait patient, gains the trait brave, okay? Timon seems to treat everyone nicely. He has gained the kind trait. Perfect. Right, we really need to get that claim. Young Timon seems to love ordering and counting things, coins especially. I should help him in this direct. Yep, becomes diligent. Perfect. Lord Roger of the Rory's Way has inherited Lordship of Black Sheep Hills from Lord Colmar of Black Sheep Hills, our nephew. Died under suspicious circumstance. Wow, so in one episode, the Blackstar family has been completely wiped out. Our brother and nephew have both been murdered. And now Lord Rogar Rack owns the Black Sheep Hills. I do hope that he's going to give them to somebody else. Be interesting to see what... So, oh, that's a shame that he's now died. That really sucks that the Blackstar family has been wiped out. As you ponder new ways to improve your realm, Court Physician Pera approaches you with an idea. Your Grace, if you were to institute a system of provincial apothecaries in the health of your subjects would improve significantly. In turn, they are sure to be more productive. A wise idea. Gain 50 prestige, but spending all that money. We need that money. Invite you to a plot to see Mira Reed dead. No. Oh my god, are we going to get this claim or what? It's taking forever. Why is it taking her so long to fabricate this claim? I'm tempted to call her back and send her out again, as it may work better if we do that. Princess Jane of Andalia, it's time to be trained. I will spend Hyla. And we will go with a learning education. That's what she's best at. +1 to her learning. I think I'm actually going to call her back just to send her out again and try and reset it. Sometimes I find that does work. A raven has arrived in the Citadel. We should rejoice as winter is coming to an end. Right. Call her back and then send her out once again to get a claim. And married. A peace be with you. We propose that Prince Tristan of the Mountain Vale and Princess Jane of Andalia should be betrothed. How old is he? 50? No. No, thank you. I don't want to marry into a madman's family. I've just noticed that Engar is now old. So let's... Oh, no. Let's make him look... What can we do with him now that he's old? Should we change his beard? I may change his beard to a nice... Yes, look at that for a northern beard. Big northern beard. In the heart of winter. Hurry up and get that claim, Jonquil. I really wanted to expand into Moat Cailin this episode, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, unfortunately. Winter comes to an end in Sevensport, so we'll at least be able to hold the summer fair soon. which will hopefully improve the prosperity. Your Grace, I am pleased to report the majority of the population in the Horn would have been converted to the faith of the Seven. Your humble servant, Theo. Septon of the Warrior's Way. Awesome. So it's just Warrior's Watch now that needs changing, I believe. Yes, into faith of the Seven. That's perfect. The recent conversion of Hornwood to the faith of the Seven has caused great unrest in the unfaithful parts of your realm. Both noble and peasant alike feel threatened. Well, I best not start revolting again. I can't be doing with that. I just want to get this claim so that we can expand. I want to expand our realm a bit more before Engar gets old and dies. I'll hopefully have a few more of your custom characters in for the next episode as well, guys. I want to get this claim so then we can go get the claim on the sisters. This is below me. Don't ask. Not but no, we won't get involved for now. We don't want to enter a tournament. We're getting too old for that. King Theon, the Hungry Rovers inherited Castle of Gatehouse Tower from Edmure Stout. Okay. Didn't he only inherit that earlier this episode? The peasants of Sevenport are quite far apart and spread out. Your Master of Whisper, Osmira, suggests investing in a provincial messenger system so that they can communicate with their kin more easily. She claims that doing so would attract more peasants to the country. An excellent idea. Lose force. Every time we earn money, we lose it. But the people of Andalia now view us with respect, which is great. Something I thought I had suppressed and finally subdued has risen inside me. Unchased thoughts have begun to appear in my mind. Loses the trait chase. Oh, Engar, you're turning into a dirty old man. Maybe, oh, if he fathers a bastard, how bad would that be? Lord Stephen Rosart has been a leal and able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in the aid of Andalia. It will be seen as the right and honourable cause to reward him with certain incomes and grants so that to foster greater loyalty. Agreed, we'll send him some gold. Now we're in debt, we just can't seem to earn money at the moment. According to Master of Laws John Quill, the small folk of Sevensport have started a delightful tradition where the small folk from several villages meet up, dance, feast and pair up for future marriage. By promoting this tradition, John Quill believes that the area will develop a strong local culture that will attract more peasants. A peculiar tradition, I will support it, putting us further in debt. We really need some money. Okay, we just earned a load of money though that's got us out of debt from our monthly earnings. My young ward has finished his education in the ways of the court and estates trip. It turned out less well than expected. Well, as long as his family name carries on, that's the main thing. It means we do need new wards. We need to get some new wards at some point anyway. I think we'll try for a little bit longer to get this claim, and if not, I'm going to end the episode and slowly move things forward off screen until we get that claim. At least our money has improved. Lord Paramount Elmer of the Trident revoked the High Lordship of Blackwater Rush. Okay, so the Vale is still spreading massively. Lord Paramount Emmon the Chase has declared Second War of Southstone Independence. Okay. Interesting. So they've got a couple of wars going on down there. Everyone obviously wants to be free from the Mad King. Lord Engar is now 51. He's getting very old. I'm pleased to hear that after a period of peace-shrewd management, the province of Sevensport is doing very well. People are happy and the tax collectors are reporting record intakes. Sevensport prospers, giving the following effects. Local build time modifier, local build cost, local revolt rear, everything improving great there. Perfect, better supply limit, better reinforcements. Awesome. Throughout the day, you've caught yourself grinding your teeth and being unable to focus on anything for long. Suddenly you realise why you've been in a bad mood all day. You just can't seem to abide having lazy people in your presence anymore. I'll get her to be less slothful when I'm around. Okay. Wow, why is it taking so long to get this claim? All the other ones did not take this long. King Theon the Hungry Wolf has created the title High Lordship of Skagos. Okay. Interesting. Finally! Finally! My liege, my work in Moat Cailin seems to have come to fruition. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening, and forging documents, I've managed to fabricate a claim on the lordship of Moat Cailin, presently held by King Theon of the North. I leave it up to you whether to press it or not. Use it. Right, puts us back in debt, but finally we can go... Well, we've got to get ourselves out of debt, and then we can go to war with the North for it. We now have 11,000 men as well. Wow, an 85 fleet. Wow, that's a fleet of 85 ships. That's pretty impressive. How many men do you have, King Theon? 10,000 men. So we could actually win this war. Because he's been at so many wars, we could easily win this war. Right, so let's get ourselves out of debt. I'm not going to take a loan because it won't take long at all just to forward our way out of debts because our monthly income is so good from our prosperous lands. Your Grace King Engar Rosford is under attack from the Stormlands. No, I'm not getting involved with the Stormlands. First things first, so let's get you. Where are you, sister? Let's get you fabricating a claim on the sisters. Because I want to claim the sisters. We'll take Moat Cailin and we'll take the sisters before the Vale try and take them back. And then we'll expand into the north. We've got a decent fleet. If we can take the sisters, our fleet will only get better. Let's get ourselves out of debt. No, I'm not going to get involved. Oh, is that Lord Rogar now looking a lot older as well? Yes, he is. And he's had a daughter. Doncy Rack, who is sickless. So that's not good. But she's got decent traits already, which is pretty good. Theon Stark has had self-bow added to their treasurer. Okay. Is our son now improving in one thing over anything else? Yes, Marshall. So we will go with the struggle focus and we will assign Guardian. Let's go for someone with incredible Marshall. We could go for Harold. He's pretty old though. Engar. Stefan. Let's send him to Lord Stefan Roseheart. And Prince Ambrose is doing really well. He's now a trained fighter up with Rogar. He's doing really well. That's great. He's got pretty decent traits. He's only 9 still. He's a squire as well. Perfect. Prince Lionel. How is he doing? 8 intrigue, 7 diplomacy. Arlen Pickwood is still his thing. Yeah, we'll leave him as that for now. Let's go to... Oh, what? Where's Estion gone? Estion should be our ward. Guardian. Why is Will... No. No. What's going on there? He's our ward. Why is he moved? We'll sort that out and make him our squire. King Tion Dane has been winning in the war against Lady Isla Dane and was, as so expected, good terms at the peace talks initiated by Lady Isla. However, the Queen of Sandstone sprung an ambush, murdering King Tion and his Retuin seamlessly Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Right, well, let's wait. I do not want to kill Mira Reed. Leave me alone. May live in harmony. I gladly accept the guardianship. I don't know why he disappeared, because he should have been our ward anyway. But let's see. He's already a squire. Is he our squire? I hope so. Right, 5 more gold. And then we can declare war on the north for Moat Cailin. According to your Master at Arms, Stefan Roseheart, the peasants of Sevensport are having frequent troubles with highwaymen and wild beasts. He suggests constructing a series of outposts along the roads of Sevenport. The peasantry would feel much safer, and it might even lead to more peasants. Oh, that's annoying, because now we're going to have to spend that gold, but it gets our prosperity much better, so in the long run it's better. Let's take out a loan so that we can go to war. Take out a loan. A minor bang, 88 gold. Yeah, that's perfect. Just gets us out of debt. We'll go with that. We'll easily be able to pay that back once we take Moat Cailin. So, King Theon, your armies haven't recovered yet. We will declare war on you for our truce breaker. How long until our truce? You've got a strong claim on the sisters. I don't think so, mate. They're going to be ours. Iron Wrath, strong claim on the Lordship. How long is our truce? Our truce is until... Oh, another 4 years. Oh, I don't want to wait that long, but I don't want to be a... Do you know what? I don't care. We're going to go for it. We want to expand and we want Moat Cailin. We've done it before and we have no respect for you after you butchered... Wow! Look at that Hornwood armor! 5,300 men! Incredible. Right, let's get everybody to meet up in Sevensport. For now, we're going to have a pretty decent army there. And we will end this episode here, and we will then start the next one with our march towards Moat Cailin to claim it in Andalia's name. And obviously gaining the key to the north. We're still fabricating the claim on the sisters, so hopefully we'll be able to take those soon as well. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. I really hope that you've enjoyed as much as you've enjoyed the rest of the series. Please don't forget to give it a like so that it helps the video get found by other people, as well as let me know if you enjoyed it that way. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and hopefully I'll see you very soon for my next video.